Started with a variable ratio 10 schedule for a total of 10 reinforcers. After the 10th reinforcer, we presented each of the 12 stimuli for 30 seconds each, randomly. After the 12th stimuli was presented randomly, we then had another variable ratio schedule attached to a white circle stimulus for a total of 10 reinforcers. Then another presentation of the 12 stimuli for 30 seconds. Then another white stimulus VR10 for 10 reinforcers, followed by a third set of 12 stimuli. So it would be easier to say the VR10 or the white circle stimulus preceded each of the 3 presentations of the 12 stimuli. Okay? In total, the 12 stimuli were presented for 1.5 minutes each during session 1. Okay? 30, 30, 30 seconds randomly each. Sessions 2 and 3 were the discrimination training, which included 30 random 1-minute presentations of S plus and S minus, or SD and S delta. For our class, our SD was the 90-degree angle. The SD was attached to a reinforcement schedule. I think it was VI-15, which means on average, the first response that occurred after 15 seconds resulted in the availability of reinforcement. The S delta was our 60-degree angle. No reinforcement was provided. We call this differential reinforcement. One stimuli, the SD, or the discriminative stimuli, is attached to a reinforcement contingency. The other stimuli, the S delta, is not attached to a reinforcement contingency, which means reinforcement is only available with responding to the 90-degree angle tilt. They alternate so that the SD is presented for 1 minute, then the S delta for 1 minute, then the SD for 1 minute, then the S delta for 1 minute, then the SD for 1 minute, then the S delta for 1 minute, until each of them have 30 presentations. So sessions 2 and 3 are an hour each. 30 S plus, 30 S minus, 60 minutes. Good? We call this the discrimination training. What we're doing in sessions 2 and 3 is we're trying to train a discrimination between the 2 stimuli so that responses to the SD go up and responses to the S delta go down. We cannot say that there is inhibitory learning, because in order to have inhibitory learning, we must first have excitation. There could be no inhibition without excitation. Okay? Session 4, which will be on Thursday, is the generalization post-test. During the post-test, we show 10 minutes of training to S plus and 10 minutes of training to S minus. We show each of these stimuli for 1 minute each, randomly. So, same thing as here. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, but only 10 minutes each. So the first 20 minutes are just training. After this is complete, then we show the 12 stimuli for 30 seconds each randomly. Then the VR10 for 10 reinforcers. Then the 12 stimuli for 30 seconds each. Then the VR10 for 10 reinforcers. Then the 12 stimuli 30 seconds each. What we're trying to see between the pre-test and the post-test is to measure a generalization gradient to show where the responding is or where the attention is. We also want to see if there's discrimination between the 2 stimuli. Discrimination is when we treat 2 stimuli differently, respond to 2 or more stimuli in a different fashion. If we have generalization, we're responding to 2 or more stimuli in a similar fashion. We're generalizing our responses. If your bird does not discriminate between these 2 stimuli, he or she will respond similarly to both of them. So there will be no decrease in responding to S delta. There may be increases to both of them, there may be decreases to both of them, but typically you're not going to show a spread where you're responding more to S plus and less to S minus. You'll either be responding to both of them the same or both of them the same. Got it? So today we're doing the second day of discrimination training. Any questions?